complicate things. Let's stick to the basics. We both know what we want. Let's just keep it simple.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Let's Thrive Together, my podcast. My name's Carol Witt, and I'm the founder and director of Young Entrepreneurs Alliance, known as Y.E.A. We are a global coaching program delivered to business owners where they can take their business to the next level. Our 7 pillars teach you how to create and operate from a thriving mindset. We are currently serving students in 39 countries, of which 33 are in Africa. We offer 3 programs, the North America, Team Africa, and our brand new Youth Empowerment Program. They are each 10 weeks on Zoom twice a year, the spring course and the fall course. And we teach the 7 pillars for thriving now. Mindset, guys, it's a big deal. Focus, what you focus on is what you get. Declaration, speak it and make it so. Visualization, your roadmap to your future. Accountability / imperfect action, empowered to keep your word to yourself and others. Creativity, experience your greatness. Community, leadership, empower your community through your bold leadership. We are involved with many of our students' projects or businesses that they've created in Y.E.A. These projects and businesses make a difference in their communities. So guys, do you know how to create a thriving mindset and disrupt the limited mindset? Y.E.A. does. You can get on our wait list for our May 2024 course and become part of our thriving community. You can find our website in the description below, and let's thrive together. Bye now.
There's no need to complicate things. Let's stick to the basics. We both know what we want. Let's just keep it simple. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Let's Thrive Together. Mindset. It's a big deal. And it's my podcast. And I have the pleasure of having Michael Joachim as my guest today. And I want to just tell you just a little bit about Michael and myself. Michael and I started out kind of butting heads, okay? And we became the best of friends. He has my back, I have his back. And whatever he's up to and whatever I'm up to, I know he is supporting me and pushing me to thrive. So Michael, I want you to come on and just introduce yourself. Tell everyone who you are, what you're up to. You're up to some amazing things. So please don't forget that amazing stuff to share. Okay.
Sure.
And then we're going to talk about mindset today. Go ahead, Michael.
Okay. Hi, I'm Michael Joachim. I have known Carol for, I don't know, decades. It's been decades. And it's really been great. And we met in Landmark Worldwide. And I've been participating in it since 1999. And my career is in urban planning, but I am now into environmental solutions for the world. And as a planner, I wrote comprehensive plans. I did a lot of different things like that, made a difference for local governments and counties, input to the state and other things like that. And then when I got involved in Landmark, I started working with the Wisdom course, which is a special course in Landmark, which really is an advanced course. And I worked with that. And I created a marriage out of doing the Wisdom course, which was pretty cool. And then I started getting involved with the Introduction Leaders program. In the Introduction Leaders program, you create somebody you want to serve. So I created veterans that I wanted to serve. Even though I'm not a veteran, I know a lot of veterans, and I really believe in what they do for the country, and their heart is always in the right place. So I became committed to that. As part of that, a number of things happened. One was I got involved with a major over in St. Petersburg who was involved with art, and he wanted to create a museum for veteran artists where they could do their art and sell their art, show their art. That museum exists today. How cool is that? And then I also got involved with trying to make a difference for disabled veterans. And I got involved with actually an architect that was going to design a whole community for veterans. And the disaster there was he had a heart attack and died, and we couldn't get the project done. So I went searching for somebody else and got involved. Make a long story short, um, even though it seems so like a long story. And I got involved with a company out of Orlando made up of veterans. And in that company, they were going to help me build a community for veterans. But they also said, well, we're into this environmental solution. And that environmental solution was a device called gasification, where you take waste. And with this device, you can eliminate all landfills. Anything that burns can be turned into synthetic gas, fresh water, and electricity. And it's just amazing. And we created one that was portable. So when there's a disaster, you could actually take it to wherever the disaster was and hook this up to the electrical system. But also, as part of our solution, the we bury the utility lines. We bury the electric, the gas, the water is all buried. So it's not subject to fire. It's not subject to other kinds of disasters. And we've been working with that now for 5 years, had a lot of problems. I won't get into some of the details, but we were getting very frustrated. We get an island to agree with us and do that. And then we run into corruption problems and we run into other things going on and getting stopped. And you had to keep going. You had to keep your mind in the right place. There's your mindset, Carol. Mm. And you had to really concentrate on that because it was very discouraging because you would work hard, get all this cooperation, and it would break. And it's now been 5-6 years since I've been working on this. And we finally did get financing, and we've got a major project coming up, and it involves 3 different things. We're going to provide rock for building the roads. We're going to provide lime rock for fertilizer and other things. And we're going to also take old coal mines and take the coal. We can burn the coal cleanly, so there's no pollution. So we're going to put the coal miners back to work. We're going to provide people with electricity, synthetic gas, and fresh water. And synthetic gas can be made gasoline for your car or for diesel, and you can do all sorts of things with the synthetic gas.
Wow.
And we've also come up with an idea where, because we're committed to helping veterans, we're looking at using cruise ships for homeless veterans to create that. And actually, it's my project for the week. And that's a little bit about what's going on.
That's a lot of what's going on with you, Michael. And that, oh my goodness. And now you know why I so support Michael and his dreams and his goals, because they're big and they're going to impact many, many people. They're going to impact our planet. So thank you, Michael, for wanting to make that kind of difference, because not everybody steps up to those big games. Okay.
Yeah,
And
I love it.
And yeah, you inspire me. You absolutely inspire me with what you're up to and what you're taking on. So, Michael, we want to talk about mindset today, and I want to do an exercise with you.
Sure.
And this exercise is to prove a point, and I'm going to talk about the point after you do it. Okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I've chosen 5 words. Oh, I'm sorry, 4 words. 4 words for you that are very empowering words, okay? They're inspiring and empowering, but here's what I want from you. I want you to go to the negative side, to the limited side of the word, and tell me what it is for you, what it means for you, okay?
Okay.
On the limited and negative side.
Okay.
Even though these are very empowering words, I promise you'll be able to come up with something. Okay, the first word, light. light.
Okay.
What's a limited side about
The limited side of light is when it's not there,
it?
and
Oh,
no availability. It's the missing
no.
of light.
There it is, the absence of light. Yes, and I had a feeling with you being that in that background that that's where you would go. No light. Okay, absence of light. Okay, what about the color green?
Green. Well, for me, since I'm in environmental stuff, oh, negative.
No negative side.
When it comes to green, when there isn't green, you don't have life. Green is
Hmm.
definitely a critical part of life. Our vegetation, our plants,
So, so when green is missing, it's not life.
yeah,
Ooh,
it's
that's
big
an
deal.
interesting thought. Okay, got it. What about exercise? And I know you're a man that exercises like daily in the gym.
I
So
do.
yeah, so tell us the negative, the downside
Well,
of exercise.
again, it's the negative is the lack of. When
Like,
people don't exercise, they don't do the things they need to do to take care of their bodies and their minds, because exercising is important to your mind too.
yes.
So it's just, and it's really easy not to exercise. I can promise you that. But I do exercise 6 and 7 days a week
I
because
know
I'm
you.
committed to that, and that's back to mindset.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, and the last one, which is near and dear to both of our hearts, leadership.
Oh wow. Well, leadership. I've taken a lot of courses in leadership. I've done a
The
lot of things
limited
around,
side.
and the negative side.
Yeah.
Where leadership is lacking, things don't happen.
Mm,
And if people don't step up and be a leader, then things don't get done. People flounder, and it's just really a disaster. And I've watched so many things happen. And even with the things that I've done, when leadership wasn't present, when I wasn't the person leading, it fell apart. It
got
didn't
it.
happen.
Got it. Yeah. So when leadership is missing, things don't work.
Yes,
And teams don't work. And I got that. And you have been a big proponent of of really and truly leading a lot of teams in your life. So you know that. Okay, so I have a question for you.
sure.
So here's why we did that exercise. I can put out any positive, empowering word out there, and you don't have to go very long before you could take it to a negative side. We don't have to create a limited mindset. We have to create a thriving mindset. Okay.
Sure.
That's not automatic. Our automatic is to go to the limited side, to the negative side. Okay. And that's why I had you do that exercise because those words are very empowering words to you. And you were able to still come up with a limited side very easily. You didn't have to do a lot of work around it. Okay. All right. So I have a question for you. Do you believe, Michael, that mindset is a big deal? And tell us why.
Okay. Mindset is a big deal because if you are thinking negatively, that's the result you'll get. When you think positively, you'll get that result. Sometimes it doesn't perfect. You do have to work at it. But at the end of the day, if your mindset stays positive, you will be able to create whatever you're creating. And I can tell you with what I've taken on in the world, if I don't keep a mindset, and it's easy to do, something happens, somebody gets sick, something goes on, your mindset goes out the window. And you got to bring yourself back and get back on it and get focused on what you need to do and make that difference.
Wow. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so one more question, and that is, do you believe it impacts every area of our life? And give us an example. I know your life's an example of it. How's it impacted your life?
Wow. Um, with what I've taken on
Yeah.
from the beginning, but particularly after I started taking on some bigger projects, which came out of my landmark and my team training work and all those kinds of things.
Hmm.
Um, Things happen that stop you, and if your mindset's wrong, you'll get stopped. It's like one of the islands that I was working with in order to create this environmental solution. Everything was so positive, it was so good, And then one person who was very critical to the deal said no. He said no. Now what do you do? So if you keep the same mindset, and we're looking at going back there again and going to get it done this time. We even have new materials. We can actually build hurricane-proof housing
Wow.
on top of everything else.
Got it. Got it. So mindset it impacts every area of our life.
Everything, every
It
aspect.
absolutely does.
Your
I got
your
that.
your personal relationships, your
Yeah.
business relationships. It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
I got that. Totally got that. And really and truly, Michael, I applaud you because I know you've had to totally manage that mindset with in so many deals that went south around what you're trying to do. And you continue to move forward and create a mindset that moves you forward. I applaud you. Really
Thank
great.
you.
Really
It's
great that you have not given up. You
no,
believe in this and you're going to go for it. And
no.
who says no? It doesn't matter. Who
It's
says no? I
hey,
got
it's going to be my legacy to the world.
I got that. Totally got that. And yeah, the world will know what you have taken on and what you have done and the impact you'll have for it.
Yeah,
Okay, so let me ask you, we're going to do another exercise. And this
sure.
exercise, you know, focus is a really big thing, especially for entrepreneurs. You've got to focus. In fact, Y.E.A, we say what you focus on is what you get. So, Michael, we're going to look at the word focus today and
Okay.
how it looks how your life looks when you don't have focus, when you don't use focus, when you don't have it. Tell us, we're kind of peeking into your life, and you're going to just give us a detailed version of what it looks like when you're not focusing.
Okay, that's easy.
Okay, tell me.
It's like when I try to achieve something, whether it's contacting a player that I'm working with or
Mhm,
a business or creating something,
mhm.
it's real easy to have a phone call and get distorted. It could be a personal thing, it could be relationship, it could be anything. And it takes you away from your focus. It takes you away from what you're doing. And if you don't bring yourself back, you can be out there in the ozone for long periods of time. And
So tell us what your life looks like. So you're out in the ozone. What else? What else happened?
oh well, when that happens, I mean, you turn the TV on, you get
You get
distracted with your
distracted.
phone.
Oh
You
yeah.
get all these distractions that you create as
Yeah.
part of it,
Okay. Out in
and
the
it's
ozone,
easy.
distracted. What else? Anything else that shows up in your life that, how do you feel when you're not focused?
Uh, you feel disoriented, and then when you take a look at it and you've missed all the things you were trying to achieve,
Ah,
you're depressed. You go, oh, and that makes it worse.
oh yeah, disoriented and depressed. Oh, that's even worse. So all that you just shared, would you say that's a thriving life?
The negative thing, no.
No, it is
Positive,
not, is
yes.
it? But Michael,
Uh,
I also know you do focus. You have to focus on what you have been up to and taking on. So tell us, what does your life look like when you do focus? What happens in it? How do you feel? What shows up?
well, what shows up is satisfaction with your achievements, what you're doing, your
Yeah.
relationships.
Oh
All
yeah.
that gets impacted by that.
All of
Um, and it would have been so easy so many times when I worked so hard on something and it failed. And then I have to refocus and then look at the positive things, what I did accomplish. Because I did. We enrolled a lot of people and all of a sudden it breaks. But it
right.
doesn't matter. You go back to where you need to be and you keep pushing.
Yeah.
And that's got me to the point now that our first major project that I mentioned before is going to get funded.
Yes. Yes. It's a beautiful thing. You didn't give up. You didn't quit. So Michael, so tell me now, you've seen your life where it's a limited, where you're not focusing, what it looks like, what's missing in it, and you see your life when you are thriving in it, when you are focused. Will tell us, what do you see possible now in seeing both sides? What's possible for you now inside of focus?
Well, When you stay focused on what you want to achieve, on what you want for yourself, what you want for people that you care about, for instance, then you can achieve those things. And there's ways to do it. There's ways if you get stopped, there's ways around it, there's ways to create new stuff,
So you
new
see
approaches
possibility
all over the place.
all over the place. You see what's possible all over the place. I love that, Michael. Thank you so much for doing that exercise with me. Okay, so I have one more exercise that I want you
Good. I'm ready.
to. Okay, we're gonna. So you ready? Remember, I told you you're gonna have some fun. So we're gonna have some
Okay.
fun, and we're gonna create some magic. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Okay. So Michael, I want you to kind of calm your mind for a second
Okay.
because you got to be quiet for a second. And then I want you to tell me, when you go to focus, the first thing that happens is your mind says something to you, your self-talk that is not nice, that wants to stop you in your tracks of making a difference, a big difference that you are wanting to make. If you listen to it for very long, you are stopped. What is your mind telling you? What do you hear yourself saying when you go to focus and you get stopped? What's your mind tell you to stop you?
You, basically, that you're not going to achieve what you're trying to achieve. It's a lot of work. You
It's
don't
a
want to
lot
work
of
so hard.
work. You're not going to achieve it. What else? Anything else you
You
hear?
know, there's not enough money in the world to
Not enough
accomplish what you want.
money. You got it.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah. Those are big conversations, Michael. And if you listen to them for any length of time, will you stay moving forward in your commitment?
no,
No, you
you
will
can't.
not. So, Michael, we're going to create some magic. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
So how we overcome our limiting mindsets about focus, we distinguish, number one, what that limited mindset is saying to you, and then you're going to disrupt it. You're going to create something that's way more powerful, that lights you up and inspires you and kicks you right back into action. Because, Michael, we need you in action. Our planet needs you in action. Okay. So I want to create some magic today. So I want you to tell me, what does focus mean for you? When you focus, what does it mean to you? See, I say focus is my superpower and it kicks me right back into action. I feel powerful. I feel like I'm the one that's saying what goes on in my life. I get to say, not that limited mindset that's just always talking to me and trying to take me down. So, what do you say about focus for yourself? What is it for you?
Oh, focus. Without focus, I probably would not be achieving what I'm achieving. And it's so
Okay.
easy when you're not focused
Yeah,
to get stopped.
I got it. But mine is it's my superpower. I want you to find something that lights you up so powerfully you would never think about not being the one in taking this forward. So
I'm,
what
yeah,
could focus be for you?
I'm committed to making this world a better place.
I got it. So focus is what? It's your access to what?
It's
What is
access to making a difference in the world,
Yeah, it is,
to
isn't it?
creating a
It's
legacy for
real
the world.
creating a legacy. That is it. Focus is your access to creating a legacy.
Legacy.
That's it. That's it. I just saw your body. I just saw energy in your body when you said it.
Good.
Will that take that conversation, that limited negative conversation, and put it in the background when you
Oh,
say, Michael,
absolutely.
Michael, focus is my access to a leg
Legacy.
to my
Yeah.
legacy.
Not just for me, for the world.
For the world, a legacy for the world. Ah, that's a beautiful thing, Michael, and it's a powerful thing that'll move you forward. When you are depressed, when things aren't going right for you, and you're like, oh, maybe I just don't want to do this anymore because we start talking ourselves out of it when it doesn't look
Oh,
like
yeah.
we want it to look and
That's
it looks
true.
hard, too hard. The first thing our mind says is, maybe you're not committed to this anymore, Michael. Maybe you want to go find something else. Okay. No, Michael. It's your access. Focus is your access to creating a legacy for the world.
Yes.
That's a
Love it.
powerful, powerful mindset. That's a
Oh, yeah.
thriving mindset, Michael. The world will experience your greatness with that. That's so
Thank you. I
amazing.
love it.
And so, Michael, I love it so much that I am going to I create these Canva for my students in Y.E.A. I create these Canva image disruptors that you can have on your phone.
Okay, cool. I like
And
that.
I'm going to create a fantastic one for you because I love it so much, okay? And then when you start hearing and you hang out in that conversation for any length of time and you start kind of getting depressed or whatever, you've been told no too many times or whatever, you just pull that up on your phone and you go,
I
Michael.
get
And I'm going to make sure that it says Michael. Michael.
it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm going to
I
make
love
sure
it.
I'm talking to you, okay? Michael. Focus is your access to creating a legacy for the world. Ooh, ooh,
Wow, very powerful. I love it.
I love it too.
It's what I stand for.
And thank you for helping me create magic with you today. It was so amazing.
Oh,
Um,
I appreciate everything you do, Carol. You're great.
Absolutely.
Make a
Well,
difference
thank
for
you,
a
Mike.
lot of people.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael. So I want you to remember your mindset is your beliefs about it. It's your thoughts and your positions around it. Okay.
Yes.
And your shoulds and should nots about that area of life. Okay. And now that you have discovered the beliefs that hold you back, because you've heard now
Mhm.
what will hold you back if you listen to it for any length of time, you can now create an empowering beliefs in all
Okay.
areas of your life, okay, that get you right back into action. And you get to choose what will move you forward. And that conversation you just had, that thriving mindset you just created, that I promise you will keep you in action and moving you forward. Because that's a big pull. Oof, that's
Oh,
a
it's huge. It's
it's
huge.
huge. It is absolutely huge. And guys, remember, mindset is a choice. The power is in you distinguishing that limited one, what it's saying. So then you can then create one that disrupts it, that empowers you and lights you up and kicks you back into action and has you be passionate about what you're committed to in life. Okay. So, Michael, I want to thank you so much for being my guest on here today
Very welcome.
and creating magic because you just created some magic and it really engaging in these exercises with me. It's been a pleasure. And everyone, I want to thank you for joining us for another episode of Let's Thrive Together Mindset. It is a big deal. And we'll be having another episode soon. So join us again. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Carol.
There's no need to complicate things.